is a scene from Whose Line Is It Anyway? That perfectly describes the situation on how I feel about this abomination of human mankind.
You are dead to me. Nothing but scum. When I look in your eyes, I get inflammation of the bum. You make me feel putrid. I hate the way.
My sentiments exactly.
There's a series that helped my good friends on called the Rise and Fall of Orion Pictures. However, Rise and Fall being a series on its own, being that they already done a Rise and Fall of Kuroko. I think I said that right, didn't I?
Kuroko.
Yeah, thank you. They said but yeah, this is the second episode of Rise and Fall that this is my first episode of Rise and Fall that I've been a part of, but the second one in the whole series. This particular Rise and Fall here is not a part of the series.
Of course it ain't.
No. However, this is more of a event. And for those of you that personally know me, you know I don't like doing those types of videos. But when you have to get something straight, and when it hits you very personally, you have to do this. Which is why I say he got very acquainted with that buzzer. That red buzzer. That red invisible buzzer. Thank you for sounding that off there, Jim. This is the Rise and Fall of Shadi Kelly, and I say that this hits me hard because I've been friends with the guy for a very long time. I've been friends with this guy since 2000. I want to make sure I get this right. 2008, 2009 officially. I've been knowing the guy since 2007, just off the screen name Shadi329, which is his YouTube channel. And the only reason why I knew him because he did a little Paramount rap thing. He entered a contest or whatever, and like whoever could make the best music, rap music or whatever off the logo thing will win a prize or some shit. And I happened to run across his little Paramount thing, and he happened to win. So I'm like, okay, well, cool, Fast forward, we actually got on MSN Messenger, for those who remember that god awful thing. We went on MSN Messenger. We chatted up on there, and then we exchanged phone numbers. We talked to each other there. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, have you ever thought about being an executive producer or something? You were like, no, not really. Well, how about you being an executive producer on my show? Because I've been seeing some of your work, and you actually can, do some things. You're like, okay, cool. This was when I was doing Sonic Show, my very first video season of Sonic Show, and I gave him his debut. I want to say the third episode, maybe fourth. I think I'm not sure. I got to double check my archives, but it's there. And ever since then, he's been being executive producer of what is called Sonic Show and whatnot. And wow, that was weird. Anyway, thing is, we had an awesome friendship at the time or whatnot. We even thought about even visiting each other back when I was renting cars from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, I got the gas, got the money. Hey, why not go up there? And, see them. This particular, but everything was cool about him. And he had this whole thing about COG, COG Wiki. He thought it was a cool group. COG being Closing Logos group or whatnot. Those scary things be popping up at the end of the shows, want to try to scare you or some shit, or they don't scare you at all, depending on what your mentality is. This is a very screening production. Anyway, but it was a group full of people that love closing logos and the history behind it and copyrights and all the good techno shit that us geeks love. And everything was cool. But then, as of recently, we had something to go down, and I'm not going to mention this certain C word on this show, although we didn't say every other word on this damn show. but it has something to do with Columbia Pictures or whatever. If you've seen that, and I think something is playing like over here somewhere, so where you can see that particular thing. But that was going on. And he started to act like a royal asshole. And when I sensed that, not only in him but in other people in chat CLG on Facebook or whatnot, I started to call people out. And people who also personally know me, I don't bite my tongue worth shit. I used to do that in the past, but not anymore. I don't bite my tongue worth shit. I tell people like it is, and if they don't like it, they can kiss my ass and just go and get out. Don't let the door hit your way, split you. Point blank. Period. So Shadi was nobody to be treated special in that particular category. There was times that we had fell out. There was even a time that we fell out so bad to the point to where I decided to block him back in November. Now, mind you, through October, starting in October of last year, I was going through a very rough time. I was making my transition from Texas back to North Carolina because my dad had passed away. And of course, for viewers, you already know that my dad had passed away and whatnot. My dad had passed away, and then my grandma had gotten terminally ill. But from when I found out, she's fast forward update, she's doing much better now. Thank the Lord for that. You know what I'm saying? But I was going through all of that through October and November, and then with the holidays coming up, it wasn't really feeling the same. It really wasn't feeling the same that my dad was gone, because there's no Thanksgiving without Dad, and then December there was no Thanksgiving. I mean, there was no Christmas, without Dad. You know what I'm saying? But my dad didn't want me to be sad. He wanted me to be strong and keep being successful at what I do. Which is why I don't give up. I don't.
Yeah.
But Shadid was not making any of that. Was not making any of that very, very well. And I basically call him a dictator. And he got really mad when I call him a dictator or whatnot. And there's people that I know in my life that had that particular experience. You know what I'm saying? You cannot tell people what they should and should not do or whatever. Sure, I get that you are running a business. I get that fact. But this is where business separates from true friendship, or as I like to call it, a brotherhood. I am from the United States Navy, proud sailor. And what I'm about to say is going to mean a lot to me. I live off honor, courage, and commitment in everything that I do. That means I don't have no time for liars, people who cheating or steal for anyone. I also don't have time for drama and people putting on the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my thing right here. I don't believe in dictatorship. I believe in the true friendship. That's what I have with Zach. That's what I have with Steven, and that's what I have with the rest of his crew. You know what I'm saying? Now, sure, there are times that we may bump heads. What brotherhood does not? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but at the same time, we talk it out. But we sit right there at the round table. We discuss things or whatever, and we talk it out like pure men. And we handle shit tactfully. We don't sit here yell at each other's throats, try to cut each other's heads off like you some wild chicken running around or some shit, or like a cow at a fucking slaughterhouse. You kidding me? We treat each other with respect and positivity and uplifting words. And if you can't do it, and you can't do any of that positive shit I just said, you could go the fuck away. That's what you can do. Now, what hurts me the worst, this guy said, and I'm probably going to repeat something, that maybe, that maybe Steve would say later on, or whoever else would participate in this, because it's not just me talking about this. Oh no, but there is a company called Goober Peters, and it's based off these two guys with the last names of Goober and Peters, respectfully. Do I care of their first names right now at this moment? No, I do the fuck not. They are a successful company. However, I will say this: when you say that our friendship was based on Goober Peters, you're basically saying that our friendship was based off a business. Fuck you. Sorry. No, the fuck not. We have been friends for too long. We've been officially friends at the minimum 2008, which would have made this 8 years. It would have made this 8 years, but it was like 7.5. And you say all this time was based on the business? Fuck no. That's why I went independent. That's why KCD folded and turned into WBE. Shout out to Tommy Joe Gill for that awesome animation, and shout out to Steven Cesar, who is in front of this camera right now, for that idea. And yes, we looked it up on Google, and it's not copyrighted by anybody. So if anyone steals our shit, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Anyway, you do not put business in front of a true brotherhood. And if anything, it's one of the things that I treasure. If you betray me, that is a permanent scar. Unfortunately, yeah, it will heal, but the mark will still be there. Just like I'm looking at my arm right now, where I burnt myself back in my first job or whatever, and the scar's still there. It's healed, but the scar's still there. You still see it. You know what I mean? So, that sucks to know that our friendship was based on a business instead of an actual, oh, let's go hang out somewhere. Oh, let me show you around this place. Oh, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That fuck, that fucking sucks. But I'm not just blowing up steam. But
you don't have to take my word for it.
This is Matthew Mayfield. I'm a partner with Steven Cesar on the Rise and Fall Productions, and I'm also a supporter of the ColeyD report. Now, Coley is doing a little something special, talking about the rise and fall of Shadid A. Kelly. I used to know Shadid. I first met him back in 2008, when I was a prominent member of the CLG Wiki. And he was a great guy. Fair, level-headed. Whenever he had some problems, I took care of them. And he helped me out along the way. He used to be so level-headed. And then the last few years, he just took a turn for the worse. He started feeling superior about himself. Whenever he corrected people, he just liked to brag about that he's right and they're all wrong. Just try to make them feel all so stupid. We all make mistakes. You don't have to make people feel like an idiot or something. It's just wrong. And it's also sad when you have to insult other people just so you can feel better about yourself. Because I used to do that. I know what it's like. And if you do that, then you must feel like utter crap. Because I've been there. And I pray that one day it recovers from that. Because it doesn't feel good to be like that. It really doesn't. And also another kicker is that he expects other people to do his work for him. He's told me to write articles for CLG, and he told me let me do research for other things, which he could have done so himself, but he chose not to for some reason. Why is that? Why can't he do the things he wants to do? Why does he need little helpers for anyway? And one thing I don't get is whenever he gets mad at someone, I mean, he holds a grudge. I mean, it's not right to hold a grudge, but some people do that. But what I don't get is why does he feel the need to ruin other people's lives for? Like that example of Greg Palmer. I can see why he gets on Shadid's nerves, but why do a video on him, just trashing him? And Greg Palmer also put some stuff online, and he thought about having it shut down. And one thing I don't get is whenever he gets mad at someone, I mean, he holds a grudge. I mean, it's not right to hold a grudge, but some people do that. But what I don't get is why does he feel the need to ruin other people's lives for? Like that example of Greg Palmer. I can see why he gets on Shadid's nerves, but why do a video on him, just trashing him? And Greg Palmer also put some stuff online, and he thought about having it shut down. So you don't like the guy, so you have to try to ruin his life. I say a lot too, on like Facebook and YouTube. He just sees everyone's lives go to shambles, and he just laughs at all. I used to think of him as my friend. He used to be a good friend, but now he's turning everyone against him, and he'll be lonely forever. Shadi A. Kelly, if you're watching this, I hope you learned something. I know you probably won't because you can't handle being wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It helps you learn. I'm sorry. But that's the truth. And goodbye, Shadid, former friend, but no more. Sayonara.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Steven Cesar, coming at you live from the SC Media Works Studios in Grand Prairie, Texas. And I'm here to talk about a certain individual. He was a good friend. He really was. Until things started getting really nasty. I'm talking about a certain individual by the name of Shadid Akil Kelly. He was the former executive producer of the ColeyD Report as well as the Sonic Show. And I will tell you this, not only was he an executive producer, but he was also the owner of ColeyD Studios. I will tell you about how things got downhill, but first I'm going to tell you this. Shadid A. Kelly was a good person. Emphasis on was. I think his asshole attitude started developing around the summer of 2015. When, to be perfectly honest, I think it was because he moved out and then he went to a different location or something like that. I think that's where everything started going downhill for him, and he had gotten lazy. Not only that, but when his laziness started developing, he started giving commands to everybody, and then he was treating them like shit. I can pinpoint my example on how he treated a certain fellow named Tommy Jokio. Tommy Jokio is he's freaking super talented at making animations. Like, each and every single one of my animations for my logos were done by this dude, and I congratulate him for that. And I'm really glad to have him on board on SC Media Works. But anyways, yeah, whenever somebody would, bring out news and was, a little bit late on it, he wouldn't be so nice about it. He would just develop a freaking jerk ass attitude. Like, he would say some holier than thou, alpha bitch attitude, like, you late or wrong. Whenever somebody says something wrong, he would say that. Like, for example, if you're talking about, like, Norman Lear and you said that he's dead, like, on accident, you didn't even know that he was still alive, he'd be like, wrong! You forgot he's alive! And I'm like, okay. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? Like, what's going on with Shadi? And yeah, things started escalating when we about had it with this attitude that he's been giving us. I mean, I think it was around October and November. He started becoming a total jerk ass. It had gotten to the point where ColeyD split from Kelly Entertainment. He had to, because he can't be pushed around by a dick who can't seem to get his attitude in check. And Shadi, being the 30-year-old man he is, acts like a fucking 8-year-old nowadays. And yeah, so that's what prompted ColeyD to find the ColeyD company. And no mean to brag, but I kind of helped him do that. But anywho, yeah. And Shadi, upon learning about that news, was pretty upset about it. That he created a video doing an announcement apologizing to viewers that ColeyD Studios was split from Kelly Entertainment. Why would you apologize to viewers? You should apologize to us. You were treating us like dirt. Like, seriously. He was nice at times. Like, he helped me start up my live stream account, which I'm not sure when I'm going to use it, but there were like practically 80% of the time he was a total jerk ass, and we really didn't appreciate his behavior. Okay, so it was around December when KCD Pictures was reorganized into Worldwide Brotherhood Entertainment. And, ColeyD had rekindled his relationship with Shadi. And so did I. So I gave him a spot on my board of directors. And, we on our board of directors, we like share ideas and stuff like that, and determine if they're usable in terms of how ambitious they are. If they're over ambitious, then we can't use that. And if they're not going to resonate with the audiences, we can't use that. Well, I am the star of this show called The Shit List. And Shadi was an executive producer on it. He was an exec since KCD Pictures was a co-producer on the pilot for The Shit List. He started giving out suggestions to rip on people from his personal life, like some dude that was in charge of a forum for the Green Bay Packers. Not only that, but he wanted me to do like a collaboration with TJ Shelton. And he basically wanted me to do another sequel to CLG LTAP, CLG Logo Chosen Pilots. Something that I would never, ever do again. And I told everybody numerous times that I would never do COG LTAP ever again. Apparently, Shadi couldn't get that through his thick head. So, first time that he did that, I repeated myself. I said, I'm not going to do a sequel to COG LTAP. Second time he did it, I did the same thing. Third time, he said, you should go to DJ Shelton and do like another logo video trashing that stupid fool named Greg Palmer. And I'm like, what the hell did Greg Palmer do other than share WikiLeaks information and stuff like that? It was Shadi's suggestion to kick him out of the COG for good for doing that. I saw no problem in it. It's not like it was gonna fire back at us. Like, we never really, to be perfectly honest, we never really what was I about to say? We never really were involved in any WikiLeaks thing other than Greg Palmer. It's all going to fall back on his ass anyway. But I don't know. They were the ones to kick him out, so it was not my problem. But Shadi was still holding a grudge against Greg Palmer for some damn reason. Like, that was another trademark of Shadi. He would just hold freaking grudges for no reason. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Shadi is religious, right? He follows the Bible so strictly that he is homophobic. Like, gays are an abomination against God. Like, I hate that fucking shit. Anywho, has he ever heard of the phrase "turn the other cheek"? Because I'm pretty sure that's in the Bible. I'm pretty damn sure. But I digress. He will hold grudges against Greg Palmer, Travis, who was the head of the he's the head of WikiFoundry. He's like the main webmaster. Yeah, that's the proper name for it. Practically, Shadi was also the CEO of COG Wiki, and his bitch ass attitude is practically one of the main reasons why the COG Wiki is failing. I will say this. I will talk about, his I will talk about his involvement with the COG Wiki right now, actually. Excuse me. He wasn't really involved in any decision making in COG Wiki, and when he did, he would like act on impulse, and it was awful. Like he didn't know any better. Like his sudden angsty whatever attitude that was festering up in his bald ass head, he would like ban or demote people out of impulse, or he would at least suggest it. He would command us to ban or demote them. Or like he would say like they're not disciplined enough. I do agree with that principle, but there were some members that meant better, but he was just say, go ahead and ban them anyway. Give them a chance, Like I said, turn the other cheek. It's not like they're going to just destroy the damn wiki, because if they were, then they wouldn't be able to. Like, we will ban them right on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. More on that CLG wiki thing later, because it will all tie in eventually. So, things started escalating when he suggested that Greg Palmer thing. And yeah, I do gotta admit, he went off on ColeyD, Matthew, and he went off on anyone if he can. Now, there's another phrase in the Bible: do on what you do to others. So I gave him a wake-up call, and I yelled at him, like keyboard yell at him. I was like, I'll say this before and I'll say this again. I will not be doing any CLG LTAP. And I was like, sorry if I can't do a freaking logo special on the shit list, man. Sheesh. And then I put like a clip of Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, his signature line. You all know it. But anywho, yeah. And then ColeyD, Matthew, and I believe Jason told him like he can't do it, you know? And then Shadi wrote it off as like us ganging up on him. You know how people like that are. And so he put a clip of the Jeffersons of Wheezy turning her head away like, please. And then the audience was laughing. And then he left the conversation. And Matthew Mayfield, whose face you will see later or before, you know, depending on how ColeyD will edit this special, put me on a sidebar. He was like, you know what? We're going to do an intervention. And I was like, that is a good freaking idea because Shadi needs an intervention. He needs to be able to talk out his problems. And we did it in like a traditional way, you know? I mean, I like Shadi as a friend. I really did. I really considered him to be a close friend of mine. Used to. ColeyD was in on it. He really was. Like, he was a big supporter. And for him and for Shadi, for their relationship, it was do or die. So, we did the intervention, told Shadi, we need to talk. Like, seriously, bro. Like, you know, over the past months, you've been developing an attitude. Like, you know, just tell us what's going on in your life, you know? And then we'll be able to reason with you, you know? And, you know, he said, you know, God willing, we will be able to help you, bro. Like, seriously, we'll be there like neck and through, you know? That's what the brotherhood is all about, you know what I'm saying? And then Shadi said, not interested. Goodbye. That moment really showed his true colors. As if he didn't care about us. ColeyD, Matt, and I felt betrayed. So, what ColeyD did, immediately sent me a voicemail and he said, dude, block his ass. He just said, fuck you to all friendships everywhere by pulling that shit, man. Dude, block his ass. For real. First thing I did, I sent Shadi a message and I said, Shadi, it's been fun. Goodbye. He said, leave me alone. I'm not interested. You know, I think it was a bad idea for me to be a consultant for SC MediaWorks anyway. I unfriended him, but I didn't block him. Because I knew that the doors will open up in the future for, well, at least I thought. So, apparently, okay, so if anybody ever watched the A&E show Intervention, if anybody leaves an intervention, they will get punished for it. And I'm pretty sure the rule applies for each and every single intervention. Like, you know, drug addicts. You know, if they leave the intervention, then the families will cut off all ties with them. Not only that, but they will take away their privileges. So, what Matt and I decided was to kick Shadi out of the ULC, and he will not be able to make any decisions within the CLG week yet again until he will cool himself down. I put that message in the ULC, and Shadi said, it's not your call, but he left anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever. All right. So, yeah. I mean, that's what happened. But all of a sudden, oh, yeah. Jason sent me a message about 2 weeks later saying that Shadi wants to kick you and Matthew out of the CLG for for demoting him and something like that. And I told Jason that it shows how much of a pussy Shadid is to tell you that, because he really should have told Matt and I about that, to us, directly to us. Not only that, but 2 weeks before, he asked Tommy if he could be welcomed back. If he could add him back into the UFC. Tommy using his brain at actual time. I'm not just joking about Tommy, but he's smart. But anyway, he actually went back to me and said Shadid wants back into the UFC. I said, hell no, he will not be added back, because he brought this on himself. And life does not come with privileges if you treat people like shit. So Tommy said, okay. And Shadid was left in the darkness. Thank goodness for that. Okay, so back to 2 weeks later. Shadid hit me up in the RST chat, and I forgot that he was there. And he was like, Steven Cesar, in my office, now! And I said, go fuck yourself. And I left the chat. And then he said, ooh, I'm going to get him. And then he sent me this message. I'm going to read it verbatim this time. He said, let me tell you something and remind you about something. You are not an officer at the CLG nor UFC. I am one of them. You let all of that go to your head last month. You and Matthew. I put my trust and my faith in the two of you. When you took your frustration out on me because of my suggestion, I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and step down from SC Media Works board of directors. I'm glad part of that came back to me about officers of the CLG UFC 2 weeks ago. So I forgave you and Matthew, but consequences are consequences. Once you and Matthew ever come back to the CLG UFC, you two will be suspended for 2 months. I'm sorry I had to be that way, but fair is fair. First off, that's all a lie. I'm gonna deconstruct this thing that Shadid said. First off, yes, I did take my frustration out on him, but he did it all the damn time, and I was trying to set the record straight, and I was trying to put him in his place. And I put my trust and my faith in the two of you. I lost all faith in you, Shadid, for saying that. Because you make it seem like, you see, I am one of them. You sound like a fucking dictator when you said that. And, yeah, I'll go ahead and step down from the SE Media Works board of directors. You didn't say that, okay, I'll go ahead and step down. You just stepped down. You didn't say that. About officers? And what do you mean about officers? Like, who the fuck gives a shit? Like, seriously. And you said, so I forgave you and Matthew, but consequently, you never apologized to us. We never apologized to you. Because we're trying to wait for you to cool off. With your butt-ass Doppler 9000 head-ass. Shit. You will be suspended for 2 months. You don't have the power to do that. You are not a fucking CEO. The CLG, the closing logo group, is a fucking group. There's not one person that's supposed to head everything. Dumbass, bald-ass motherfucker. So I went ahead and said this. Oh, yes, I was. And what I mean by that is that I was an officer. Like, seriously, they did consider me one of the top. No bones about that. So Shadid can go ahead and shut the fuck up. Anyway, I was like, and I just wanted to let you know, because your bitch-ass attitude and your actions have caused me and ColeyD to cut off all ties with you. Matt and I kicked your ass out for a damn good reason. for being an asshole, in which you are, and we can't change that. Go ahead and force your lackeys to suck your dick like all the others. You're not fair to begin with. How you treat others when they don't agree with you or are wrong on a particular subject. Suspended? Ha! Shadi, your ass is blocked forever. If I do come back on the CLG, I will personally see to it that your Doppler 9000 head ass will be put in your place. Because you're part of that fringe group. Your case is dismissed. Goodbye. And yeah, I was very hostile. No bones about that. The thing is that, here, when you push around a person to the edge, then emotions will get to you. They really would. Shadi has put me on edge for a long time. He's putting everybody on edge, but they seem to shrug it off. Me, I'm not like that. If you want to treat me like shit, I'll treat you like shit. No shit, no bones about that, bro. You a fuck nigga. That's what he is. Anywho. Yeah, I said that. But I guess it's all this crap has put me in the bad mood. And it's not a good thing because, I'm actually a pretty nice guy, you know what I'm saying? But don't put nice guys on the edge because beware the nice ones, like dead ass. I did a lot of things for Shadid. He did a lot of things for me. And our friendship was genuine until he started being like a jerk ass. Because I don't play that shit. I'm not going to take away things from him. And I'm pretty sure he's going to take things away from me. But I ain't going to fault that because I'm going to be the better person in this situation. Shadid, he has the mental capacity of an 8-year-old. So I don't even have to worry about that. So, anyways, that's the end of that. And that's the reason why Shadid practically has been ostracized by many of his peers that have worked with him for Kelly Entertainment, including me. I basically was an employee for Kelly Entertainment. I was like a semi-regular on a ColeyD report during the Kelly Entertainment era.
Coley, we'll be back. We gotta go get Kayla.
All right. Say that part again.
Okay, turn your mic off, please.
Okay, you don't have to worry about that. They're leaving.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, turn your mic off. Yeah, so basically, I was a semi-regular on the ColeyD report during the Kelly Entertainment days. And yeah, I indirectly worked for Kelly Entertainment. I was a consultant on the Spoofing Network. That's Eric's show, not Shadid's show. But anyway, I did an episode called Cesar's World, and the thing was that I switched around logo themes, and they fit well, and it inspired me to do my dream logo showcase. So, but Shadi was pretty keen on that, and was he a good businessman? Well, I guess you'll be the judge of that, because in my opinion, he's not. And that's where we're going to segue to. The reason why Kelly Entertainment is going to fail. Practically, from what I heard, ColeyD Studios was practically the backbone of Kelly Entertainment. Practically. Unfortunately, Shadid let that to waste. And that is not a good thing. Because I will tell you this, all Shadid has is the Spoofing Network and his and Full Fiction. And guess who those programs are owned by? LSI Entertainment. They're not even owned by Kelly Entertainment. He only owns distribution rights. Not only that, but he owns distribution rights to Cinevirtual Cinema, some shit like that. This new consortium called Tandemonium. What a bad name. Anyways, Tandemonium. Blech! Or well, whatever. I was going to do like a Snoopy thing, like nah, 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 nah. Anywho, whatever. That's not funny. Anywho, yeah, the only programs he owns is like Universal spoofs, Paramount spoofs, and yeah, that's basically it. Like there's no meat to his portfolio, and Kelly Entertainment has now downgraded to a minor company. It's not a force to be working with compared to ColeyD Company or LSI Entertainment or coming soon Logo Archive, Connolly Communications, whatever. But yeah, Shadi is a force no longer to be reckoned with, and that's his damn fault because he ostracized me, he ostracized Coley, he ostracized Tommy, he ostracized Ryan Frola. And yeah, I'm sorry, but Kelly Entertainment, and no mean to be a gypsy, but Kelly Entertainment is going to fail. I'm sorry to say that, Shadid, but it will fail if you're going in the direction that you're going. Me, I don't have to worry about shit because I got my brother Coley, I got my brother Matthew, and I got my brother Coley, Closing Logos HD, backing me up, raising me. I also got Ryan. I also got Tommy. Like, no need to brag, but this is what happens if you're nice to people, you know? But me, I don't give a fuck about business. I want to make shit. That's exactly what I want to do. And that's exactly why I'm a videographer. I like to make shit. And I like to make shit with my friends. I like to make shit with my brothers. Know what I'm saying? Shadi, he takes it too damn seriously. Way too damn seriously. And that's why nobody wants to work with him. Not only that, but he compared his relationship with Coley to fucking Goober Peters. Why would you do that? That's like 7 years worth of friendship. You want to go ahead and say shit like that? That is disgusting. That is low. And that is one of the biggest insults I ever heard. No mean to get all serious, but that really is a big insult. 7 years is a long time, and you want to go ahead and say that? Yuck! Holy shit! Or in this case, holy Coley. But anywho, just want to put that in. But yeah, like, for me to be friends with somebody who's in that, who thinks like that, that is unhealthy. It really is, because friendships are not business. Friendship is freaking love, bro. They're genuine, and you know they have benefits. Like, you know, I formed SC Media Works by myself, and people offered to help because they were cool, and they saw my shit. They're like, hey, this is some nice stuff. Like, it's okay if I can contribute? And I'm like, sure, go ahead. What ideas you got? You know what I'm saying? I'm really welcome. I'm open arms. I'm like, hey, if you want to produce, if you want me to produce shit, I can go ahead and do that. You know? That's just how I am. You know? Coley's like that too. You know, he's open arms, you know? I mean, that's good business. Business is not just business. Business is love. Business is, you know? And don't compare anybody's friendship to fucking Goober Peters or freaking, what's that? Warner Brothers or freaking, what was I about to say? Miller Boyette or Lorimar. Like, You can't do that. That's insulting. Like, it's okay. Our business is like Goober Peters. Not our friendship is like Goober Peters, because Goober Peters was a business, and you're basically implying that your friendship was a business. Friendships are not businesses, and I'm not gonna reiterate myself again. Friendship is love. Love is friendship. Business is love as well. You gotta work your way in between those lines. And Shadi wasn't successful at that. He couldn't understand that. He can't, like, in my opinion, he can't understand friendships. Because look what happened. Everybody doesn't like him now. And I'm not saying that I don't like him, because, I'm still here. I mean, if he wants to talk to me, I'm still here. I know I blocked his ass, but he still has my email. He can at least contact me through there. I still, if he gets help and he's all in well, and he comes back to me and says, "Hey, dude, like, how's it going? Like, can we talk?" I'm like, "Sure." And if he's not a jerk ass, I will rekindle his friendship, and I will work with him again. But if his apology is sincere, unlike he said, "I forgive you," and I didn't say I didn't apologize to you, and I really wouldn't at this state that you're in right now. He would be like, "Dude, like, whatever I put you through, I'm sorry if I did that. Like, I sincerely apologize if I treat you like shit." And I would be like, "Apology accepted." And I would apologize too, because I did say some hurtful things. And I'm not going to take it back until he admits he's wrong, because he never does that. He has too much pride. Way too much pride. I bring myself down a lot. But I bring myself back up when somebody's down. And I'll be like, "Hey, bro, like, get yourself together. You can do this. Look at me. Like, I'm ultra successful. Look at ColeyD. He enjoys what he's doing, and he's successful. Look at Matthew. He's freaking successful. Anybody has the ability to make themselves successful. Anybody. But if you bring yourself down to the point where people give up on you, then what kind of man are you? What kind of person are you? Are you a joke? Do you belong in this world? Why would you say some shit like that? You are not a joke. You have a purpose to belong in this world. Shadi, you have a purpose to belong in this world. And God willing, if this situation has to be a wake-up call for you, then you take every single freaking moment that you have and think it over. Think over all the bad shit that you have done. And not only that, but be able to at least have a grasp on your mistakes and how you can learn from them and how you could be a better person in the future. And I'm telling you this right now, if you're watching, I still believe in you. I still believe that you have the ability to turn around. I haven't lost all faith in you yet. Even though I said that we lost faith in you, me, I'm not complete. I haven't completely lost faith in you. Not completely. I lost like 80% of faith in you. Maybe 90%. But something is telling me that you might turn around. And if you don't, well then, you're just another waste of space. So sorry to say that, but if you want to lock yourself in a corner, then be my guest. If you don't want to deal with us anymore because of this incident, be my guest. You know? You were a good friend, Shadi. You really were. And I still believe that you have the potential to turn around. But I'll say this, and I'll say this once. I'm going to give you a year. If you don't hit me up, and if you don't convince me that you're a better person, then you're done forever. Me and you are done forever. This is tough love. This really is. But keep in mind that we are not going to put up with your jerk-ass behavior ever again. And we won't. Because look what happened. Your Kelly Entertainment is basically a sack of shit. No pun intended. Your life is a sack of shit. Your self-worth is a sack of shit. Shadid Akil Kelly. If you keep going down the road that you're going down, then you, Shadid Akil Kelly, will be a sack. A sack of shit. And that's all I got to say. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the rise and fall of Shadid A. Kelly. And we'll be back with more of the report, the ColeyD report. Stick around.